Morning YouTube, it is Joe here from South East London, part-time eBay reseller. It is Tuesday morning after the bank holiday weekend, the first working day. And I just thought I'd show you quickly what I'd picked up on the Monday at one of the big boot sales around where I live. I didn't go out on the Sunday again. I was running on Sunday. I was planning on doing 22 miles, and unfortunately I only managed to do 15. I ran this loop, a 2.5 mile loop, and I ran it sort of 4 times, and on the 5th time round my right hip was just really hurting. And I think what had happened is because of the camber of the road, because of like the slope in the pavement, it's effectively like running with one foot in the gutter, my right foot, and it just pulled on my hip. So I turned back round and went round the last sort of lap on my other turned round, and that felt a heck of a lot better. But by that stage my hips was really painful. So yeah, I did 15 miles. Bit of a shame, but I think in future I'll be running one loop one way and one loop back the other way. So I'll do my big one this weekend, and then a couple of weeks off before the marathon. So yeah, fingers crossed for all that. In regards to pickups, on Monday I didn't get to the boot sale until late. My wife and I went to this class, fitness class in the morning. And this boot sale starts at 6 o'clock, and I didn't get there until 11, and there was still loads and loads of stuff around. It is a huge boot sale, so I'll just whiz through what I picked up. I didn't get any of the sort of usual trainers and a lot of the sort of video games that you normally pick up, because people had just been around and would just swept that up in the morning, but still did pretty well. I got this CLI 8 Chrome Life tricolour for Canon ink cartridges, and it's got 50 photo papers in there as well, and that was £2, so I should get about 20 quid back on that. Picked up 2 copies of Mr. and Mrs. in really good condition. The one on the bottom was 50p and is all sealed and new inside, and the top one they wanted £3, but I got it for £2.50, the family edition one, and should get about 15 quid, 18 quid maybe on the new one back, so that was great. One lady was selling her son's loads of her son's stuff, and she had these big box PC games, and she had prices on them like 30 quid on that Theocracy, and sort of £5 on Age of Empires, £5 on Baldur's Gate. And it was sort of, I think going around a little bit later on in the day was slightly handy, and she sort of said, oh, just if you want, you can have all 3 of them for a tenner, and it's still like a bit more than what I wanted to pay. But because I wanted to get the Warhammer books off her, I sort of almost had to pay that for them. But I'll still do all right on that. I can get about 10 quid for Baldur's Gate and Age of Empires. I don't know about the Theocracy. Someone sold a new one for 25 quid, so we'll see. I should maybe get about 15 back on that. So I've not lost. I've done all right on that. But she had these 3. She had 3 Warhammer books. Well, 2 Warhammer books and a White Dwarf one. And she had this, and she had it on at 30 quid on this little sticker she had up here for it. And this Warhammer one, 10 quid. This Warhammer one's not worth anything like 10 quid. And then, yeah, this White Dwarf one, sort of similar price. And she just said, oh, you can just have them all for a tenner. Now, more time than what I actually looked up. I sort of walked away and looked that one up, and that goes for about 40 to, well, yeah, about, some people even manage to get 50 quid for it. It goes for about 30 to 50 quid. So I knew that was where all the money was in that one. So that was great. So yeah, I picked those up for a tenner. I don't know if I'll even bother selling that White Dwarf one. This Warhammer one I'll sell. I picked up another couple of Warhammer sort of book guides, Tower Empire and Eldar, and they're not really worth a huge amount. They're only 20p each. But I thought, you know, if I do those 3 together, still weighs under 2 kg, so it can still go into Europe reasonably cheaply if someone wants to buy it there. So yeah, so that was all right. But yeah, that Wartime one, some of these Warhammer books just go for crazy money. So yeah, do keep your eyes out for those. So really pleased with that. Picked up a Speak and Spell, which works. They wanted 18 quid for it. I managed to get it for 15, which again is a bit expensive, but it's all working. I tested it. It's got all its battery cover and everything like that, and they go for about 30 quid. You know, maybe even a bit more sometimes if you're lucky. You get people on the right day. Cluedo, I sealed that one. Box is a bit tatty, but that was £1. Picked up these 3 Pilates and Yoga for Dummies DVDs. These are £1 each. One of them sealed, but they go for about 5 quid each. So I'll probably do the basic one, the yoga by itself, and then do these 2 as a little bundle for about a tenner. So that was good. These are quite interesting. This is a series of Pokemon cassettes telling the TV story. Now I've seen them as DVDs, I've never seen them as cassettes, but they're quite hard to actually value because I can't see any of them. I paid £1 for the 4 of them. They're official Nintendo licensed products, so yeah, I should do all right with them. I just don't really know how to value them or what to do with them. We'll see. I paid £1 for HP 300 tricolour. These 3 cartridges paid £2 for as a black one, and then these 3 sealed. Unfortunately, it's got two yellow and a blue, not a magenta in there, which is a bit of a shame, but you know. I paid £1. I didn't know about this. There's one Scooby-Doo game, I think, which goes all right on the PS1, but it's not this one. But I paid £1 for it, and it's also got the Game Boy Advance version of that in there as well. So, you know, it might be a bit of money, and I might just have to bundle that out. That was a bit of a best buy. And likewise, this Barbie Horse Adventure on the Game Boy Advance, paid 50p for that. That was all right. 50 Shades of Grey, the complete, like the CD audio book of that, paid £2 for that. That sells for about a tenner, so that should be all right. A couple of games, paid £1 for Sniper Elite and £1 for Command & Conquer 4, and then that, I think I got 3 games for like £1. It's a bit tricky now because I can't really remember exactly, but I think I paid like 30p for that or something. Yeah, like Bomberman Hero, that's not a particularly good game. Person had a couple of games, and this had a different cover on it, so I just checked what it was, and it was actually Battle for Middle-earth, which was better than the game it had in it, so I just bought that as well. Then Warhammer, Dawn of War, and then this one was good again. This is another one of these software discs. It's just a disc and then the code up the top, and I listed the other 4 which I picked up the other day, and I put them on my wife's account and just put them as auctions just to be done with them, and one of them's already been bid up to like 35 quid, and there's 10 quid on the other one and stuff like that, and I only paid £5 for all 4 of them. So yeah, this was 50p, and that does sell really well again, so yeah, pretty pleased with that. In terms of these games, I paid £1 for Halo, but a guy just had all these games and he says, oh, I need to go, I don't want to take these home, just give me £1 for all of them. So I was like, oh, okay. I mean, to be honest with you, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are probably worth, yeah, those, and the Suffering, they're worth selling by themselves. Yeah, nothing great, you know, sort of £4 or £5 in some of those, Suffering, Dead or Alive 2, you know, Max Payne 2, yeah, so there's a bit of money in some of those. And then these ones, this Devil May Cry, even though it's the tin edition of that, is not particularly valuable. And these 4 are definitely all just bundle games. So yeah, I'll bundle them up, might get a little bit back on those. Bought a sealed copy of Bullseye. Bullseye, the 2nd edition one, that was £2, and that goes for about 12 quid. And then this was nice, the Secret Army, the box set of that, and that was £3. Just a warning with stuff like this: if ever you try and sell something on eBay and it's got like the swastika on there or anything sort of semi-offensive, that anti-Semitic and stuff like that, I mean, some people haven't listed it, but I did. I just covered it. I just put my name there and just covered it because I've had things like Escape from Colditz, the board game, that's got a swastika on the top, and I had that listing removed for that exact reason. And it's just those sort of mistakes, or those things that you don't know on eBay, that just sort of add up and can start making your account look like you're making like loads of sort of mistakes and faults when it is just a genuine mistake. It's not like you're deliberately breaching policy, you just didn't know. So yeah, if ever you're listing anything like that, just be a bit careful. In terms of sales, yeah, I got lots of things going out, and lots of things which I've had sticking around for a while, so it's really good. I mean, I sold lots of the PC games and more sort of SNES and N64 stuff. I sold 3 Iron Maiden sort of CDs. They went off to Brazil. I sold a set of these Skylanders, these 5 triple packs. I've got 6 of them, and there's one set there, and sold that for £27.50. And then one guy just wanted these 2 sets, so sold them for 15 quid. All these vans, I got a tenner for them, a tenner for these Converse, and this is all posted. So by the time you take off £2.80 postage and £1 10%, which eBay is going to take, and 30p for PayPal, you're not really left with much money. So I thought these would have done better, these high socks. I only got a tenner for them. And then this pair of Levi's, they're horrible. They've got patterns all down the front. I got 20 patches and horrible. I got 20 quid for them with free shipping. So not majorly good sales in there, yeah. And I got 8 quid for Bubble Bobble. So not particularly good sales, but all stuff which has just been sticking around for ages. So it's really good to just shift some of that. Sometimes it's almost better to get rid of that older stuff that you just sort of don't really know. You can't really lower the price anymore before you're gonna have to start giving it back to the charity shop. So yeah, really pleased to sell some of that. Boot sale was great, good pickups, and yeah, just got to get on with listing some of this at some stage this week. Everything else seems to be going all right, and yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I've been watching some great videos from people. It's good to see what people have been up to and picking up. If you haven't seen it, you can check out Steve Hicksey, bless him. He's been all over the country by the looks of it, trying to get to boot sales, which have been rained off and stuff like that. I hope you have a bit of a rest at work, mate, and yeah, it's good to see everybody, and speak soon. Bye.